How Beyoncé Took Revenge Without Saying a Word. Vertical bar. A heartwarming story. Beyoncé was known all over the world. She sang amazing songs, danced like magic, and inspired millions of people. But not many knew what happened. One summer that changed everything for her, and for someone who once tried to hurt her. It started years ago when Beyoncé was still just a young girl trying to make it big in music. Back then, she wasn't famous yet. She worked hard every day, singing at small shows, recording demos, and dreaming of one day being on big stages. One day, she got an opportunity to audition for a major record label. She was excited. She had worked so hard on her song and wore her best outfit. She walked into the office full of hope, but something terrible happened. A man named Marcus worked at the record company. He was powerful and could help new artists get their start. Beyoncé thought he would be kind. Instead, he laughed at her. He said her voice was too soft and her look wasn't cool enough. Worse, he told other people in the industry not to take her seriously. "You'll never make it," he told her. "You're not special." Those words hurt. Beyoncé cried that night. For days, she felt defeated. But deep inside, she remembered what her parents always told her. Keep going. Don't let anyone stop your dream. So she kept singing, she kept writing songs, and slowly, she found people who believed in her, real fans, true friends, and good people in the music world. Years passed. Beyoncé became a global star. Her voice filled stadiums. Her name was known by everyone. She won awards, made hit after hit, and inspired girls everywhere to be strong and believe in themselves. Marcus, however, didn't do well. The music company he worked for shut down. He couldn't find another job in the business. People stopped returning his calls. He ended up working at a small coffee shop far from the spotlight. One hot summer day, Beyoncé announced a surprise concert in a small town, the same town where Marcus now lived. Tickets sold out in minutes. Everyone was excited. The show was going to be magical. Backstage, Beyoncé looked through the list of guests. Her manager pointed out a familiar name. "Marcus is here," he said. "He asked for a ticket, said he used to work in music." Beyoncé didn't say anything, she just nodded and smiled softly. That night, the crowd cheered as Beyoncé stepped onto the stage. She sang her heart out, her voice flew through the sky like fireflies lighting up the dark. Then came the moment no one expected. She paused. "I want to sing a song for someone very special tonight," she said into the microphone. The crowd went wild. "This song isn't about love or dancing," she continued. "It's about strength. It's about rising up when someone tries to bring you down." The music began. It was a powerful ballad called "Rise Up Again." As she sang, the whole stadium stood silent. Tears rolled down faces. People held hands. Hearts beat together. And somewhere in the back of the crowd, Marcus stood alone. He recognized the song. It was based on the pain he had caused. He remembered the girl he had laughed at, the dreams he had crushed. Now, she stood on the highest stage, shining brighter than ever. He realized something important: he hadn't broken her. He had made her stronger. After the show, Marcus waited outside the venue, hoping to apologize. He knew she wouldn't see him, but he wanted to try. Instead, a security guard handed him a small envelope. Inside was a handwritten note. It said, "Dear Marcus, thank you. You taught me I needed to fight harder. You made me realize that even if someone doesn't believe in me, I have to believe in myself. I forgive you." Beyoncé. There were no harsh words, no anger, just forgiveness and truth. Marcus walked away with tears in his eyes. That night, he bought a guitar he hadn't touched in years. He started writing again, not for fame, but for healing. Years later, people talked about that concert, how Beyoncé sang not with hate, but with power and grace. They called it the Night of Rising. And Beyoncé, she kept inspiring the world, not just with her talent, but with her kindness. Because sometimes, the strongest revenge isn't yelling or fighting. Sometimes, it's showing the world that you rose above it, without saying a word. The ripple of kindness. After that unforgettable night, something amazing began to happen. People who had seen the concert started sharing Beyoncé's message online. They talked about how powerful it was to forgive, and how strength doesn't always mean being loud or angry. Beyoncé didn't shout, one fan wrote on social media. She sang, and she made the whole world feel her truth. News outlets picked up the story, not because she had taken revenge, but because she hadn't. She had turned pain into beauty, hate into hope. Soon young people everywhere were writing messages like, "I used to think I wasn't good enough. I've been made fun of for my dreams too. Now I know I can keep going." Her fans felt stronger. They started standing up for themselves in school, at home, and with friends. Some even formed clubs called Rise Up, where they shared their stories and supported each other. Backstage after the concert, Beyoncé read some of the messages sent to her team. One letter stood out. It was from a teenage girl named Layla. She wrote, "Dear Beyoncé, I'm 14 and I love to sing, but some kids at school make fun of me. They say I'll never be anyone. After watching your concert, I cried. You showed me that if I keep going, maybe I can be someone. Thank you for showing me that being kind is just as strong as being angry. Love, Layla." Beyoncé smiled and wrote back personally, "Dear Layla, you already are someone. Don't wait for others to tell you that. Sing your heart out every day. The world needs your voice. Keep rising. With love, Beyoncé." That letter went viral. More teens joined the Rise Up movement. Schools began holding talent shows, poetry nights, and open mics where students could share their gifts without fear. Even Marcus saw the change. He had kept the note Beyoncé gave him. He carried it in his wallet like a secret treasure. Inspired by her words, he started volunteering at a youth center, helping kids write songs and play instruments. "I used to think music was about power," he told the kids one day. "But now I see it's about healing." And somewhere far away, Beyoncé heard about it. She didn't say anything publicly. No interviews, no posts, just a quiet smile. Because she knew true victory isn't in getting even, it's in lifting others. Years passed. Beyoncé kept making music, performing, and giving hope. She never mentioned Marcus again. But whenever she sang Rise Up again, fans knew the song was bigger than ever. It belonged not just to her, but to everyone who had ever been told they weren't good enough. And every time it played, someone new would rise. In the end, Beyoncé didn't need to shout or fight to show her strength. She taught the world a powerful lesson, that sometimes the best revenge is not revenge at all. When Marcus tried to bring her down years ago, he thought he was ending her dream, but instead he helped her grow into one of the strongest voices of a generation. She rose, not with anger, but with talent, kindness, and courage. Her music became a light for people who felt invisible. Her story gave hope to kids like Layla, who were being laughed at for chasing their dreams. And even Marcus, the man who once hurt her, found his own way to change because of her example. Beyoncé's journey reminds us that being strong doesn't mean being loud. Forgiveness can be more powerful than hate. Our pain can become someone else's hope. So next time you feel like giving up, or when someone tries to make you feel small, remember Beyoncé, sing your song, tell your story, and rise without saying a word. The very end.